Hi friends, Ayari here with Third Eye Yari, and this is going to be a reading for the Divine Feminine for the month of August 2023. And of course we have the same spread for that we had for the Divine Masculine. And let's start with the archetype. See in which mood the feminine is. And like I explained, the feminine is just an energy. It doesn't have anything to do with gender. It can be masculine, feminine. Most females see themselves as feminine, but there's a lot of females that I know of that have a more pronounced masculine energy. And but we have both. We have both, definitely. And we go from one to the other many, many, many times throughout the day. Okay. Ooh. What is that about? Ooh. So the feminine is in the light attribute of the prostitute. Accentuate the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. Wow. Accentuate the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. That right there is the definition of sitting in your power. Right there. That is powerful. I would like a different name other than prostitute. But that's what it is. Okay. Beautiful. That's a beautiful energy. This is the Moon Oracle. So it's about not letting anybody walk over you. You're not a welcome mat. You are to be honored and respected and valued and loved, and without being overpowering or bitchy or bossy. It's about it's about all your sweetness and your loving and your mothering and your empathy and your intuitive, but demanding, requesting, expecting to be honored and respected. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is, sitting in your power. Should be the same for the masculine with the other attributes, with the rescuer and the breadwinner and the decision maker and the go-getter, but without being bossy and a-hole and his sweet loving self. All right, beautiful. Let's see what the Moon Oracle has for us. All right, and this is Starco's Astro. Ooh. This is Oshasai. I get normally 3, right? There you go. I love the Osho-san. I think the art and the messages are just so on point. And this is the Mystical Shaman Oracle. There was much more energy during the masculine reading. The cards were jumping more. I do not know what that is. I would like to look it up. Let me go get the book, guys. Hold on just a minute. All right. Very good. So, let's see. So the first card, the Moon Oracle, first quarter, walks in Fire Moon, competitiveness. So we feel a little bit competitive with our counterpart, because of course this is a number 2 card, which is the union, the partnership. Then we have Pisces. Pisces is a very intuitive, it is the most intuitive sign in, astrological sign. It's a water sign, so it's all about not only intuition, but emotions. Uh, and we have a number 12, which is one of my favorite numbers, the 12 and the 21, because it encompasses the 3 numbers, the 1, the 2, and the 3. The 1 being, of course, the self, the 2, the 2 together, the partnership, like we had in this card over here, and then the 3, which is 2 things, not only the collective, but the third energy, which is created when the 2 come together, right? So it's talking about sitting in her power with her counterpart, and sitting in her intuition and in her emotions. Okay, that's beautiful. And then we have morality, inner voice, and projections. And we see a man and a woman there. So what this is telling me, and that inner voice is a number 2, the projections is a number 7. What this is telling me is that we started with a very strong word that, we don't particularly like, which is the prostitute, because there's so many negative connotations about that. But then we read what it means in the light attribute, and it's so profound, and it's so beautiful, and it's so positive. But then we are dealing with the morality of what that means. At the end of the day, is a job that people, females, that mainly females, there's male prostitutes, but mainly females, historically did not have any other skills, so they had their body. If you're alive, you have your body, and you can make money out of that. There's nothing about being, it was not about being overly sexual or being a bad person, which is where the morality of it all enters. It's just a way to survive. These women were mostly females that were by themselves, that needed to feed themselves and their children. So we needed to deal with that morality of being a prostitute, and then sitting in your power, which many people sees as a difficult person. You know, somebody, if you're on your period, you're all bitchy. If you this, if you that, you know, there's still parts of our community that thinks that a female should be submissive and sweet and not be heard too much, just like children, right? Children should not be heard is what we heard, at least when not in my home, but when I was a child. And then projection, how do we project ourselves and how others see us? And that is very in much consonance with what the divine masculine was dealing with himself, right? The way that we see ourselves, the way we let others see us. So we see a lot of um, there's a lot of they're both dealing with the same issues, with the same issues. Okay, let's see what this means over here. I got the book and I found it. So we got Pachama, Pachamama, Pachamama, and it's number 40, by the way. Pachamama represents the unconditional love that the earth has for all her children, including the stones, the plants, the animals, and humans. She is the goddess of earth, also known as Gaia, who pervades all creation in our planet. Thanks to Pachamama, our timeless soul can experience life in a biological body. The joy and pain we taste during our brief time on earth are invitations to discover the boundless love of Pachama. Wow. This is divine feminine at its best. What a profound reading we are having here. This is all about the feminine. I mean, I'm speechless. I could not come up with a combination more strongly that represents the divine feminine energy. Wow. And the number 40 is balance, is security, which we also saw in the masculine, and the 0 enhances the number beside it. So it's, 4 on steroids. Let's see what Tarot has to say. I don't have anything else to say to this point. I mean, this is just incredibly powerful. But of course, we're going to complete the reading because we also want to see, in reference to the masculine, how she's feeling, because we did tie up the masculine energy reading to the feminine. So we will do the same. So again, we're coming out of difficulties with the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. The 5 of Pentacles is that energy of not recognizing, of that having so much, being blinded so much of that lack energy, that feeling that we don't have enough, that we are not enough, that we just can't make it till the end of the month, that we are so obsessed with that knowledge, with that not with that knowledge, with that sense that we are blinded by it and we are not seeing the opportunities and the blessings that are around us, like those people who are in desperate need of shelter and food and probably a bath, and they're just walking by a church that is lit up, right? Where they could find shelter and food and probably a bath. But it was in the reverse. So we're coming out of that energy. We are leaving that behind, which is a wonderful thing that's happening with the feminine, because we are sitting in our power. We are starting to expect that respect, that love, that honor, not just from the masculine, but from everybody, right? And we also had a knight. We had the knight of swords in the for the masculine energy in that same position, and now we have the knight of wands for the masculine, for the feminine, and the wands is all about fire and passion, but again, it's in the reverse. So, and we kind of see him, the poster. I have never noticed that. It's almost like he's stopping himself, like he is pushing down on that horse to go like, whoa, slow down a bit, right? And still is in the reverse. So it's the, and we have that energy for him too, of kind of slowing down, like let's slow down a minute. Let's slow down a minute, because really we are just getting so in tune with our intuition. We are recognizing the fact that we are limitless, that we, if we can dream it, we can become it, we can have it, we can get it, we can go for it. um, because that's all about the high priestess, which is also a two. There's so many twos here, so many twos. We are so in tuned with ourself and with the those two parts of the self, which is what the masculine and feminine are, right? And we are getting ready not only for victory, which is the Six of Wands, but for judgment. And judgment, what it means is not like we're going to be judged, it's about the changes that we're making. The This is the acknowledgement of the universe, of the changes that we're making. We're getting out of our coffins. We're getting out of the state that we were before, and that resurrection, that coming to the other side of that change, is that incredible transformation that we are achieving by sitting in our power, by not becoming the feminist movement back in the 70s and 80s, that women were trying to be the same as men and being very aggressive into demanding of their power. No, we have come around to, no, we can remain who we like to be, who we are comfortable in being, being sweet and gentle and aggressive. We have to be aggressive, but we don't have to be to request, to demand, to expect respect from others. We can be sweet and expect to be respected. We can. So it's an incredible transformation. It's an incredible, it's almost as singing to this victory, to this success of the feminine, to have found herself without losing the respect of the universe. Not from the universe, from the rest of the humans, right? Incredible. Okay, we're gonna do some just because we did for the last 2 minutes. um, So I said I was going to tie it up, and that's what she is going to be expecting from the masculine when he comes, because he said he was coming. He said he was healing in preparation for that union with the feminine. When he comes, this is what he should expect: her sitting in her power and not be confused by her sweetness and her loving ways with weakness, right? All right. So I got here some signs. We got Sagittarius, we got Taurus, and I love Taurus because Taurus is all about comfort and softness and pleasure, um, which we should all seek. Which doesn't mean not to work or not to have. We're all gonna have painful things in our lives that are going to happen, because that's part of the human experience. But we need to seek our joy, we need to seek pleasure. And then Aquarius, which it's coming. The age of Aquarius is upon us. All right, then we're gonna see some letters, and with the letters you can see your initials, somebody else's initials, or if the letters, we have another jumper. If the letters remind you of a word, that's an extra message for you. It doesn't have to be spelled out, not spelled out completely or correctly. Okay, let's see. Okay, the jumper is a K. We got S, O, D, B, N, A, M, T, and we need one more for 10, U. Very good. Then we're going to get 3 of the little charms and 3 of the big charms. All right. And I say that because we have Cancer come up for the masculine too. So it's all about family and love and being in our feelings. And then we have love. Okay. We have love. So we have all kinds of water signs, which is all about love and feelings. And we have all those two, which is also, the partnership. Oh, it's interesting. This is interesting. I think this is the first time I get this. And I don't think you're going to be able to see it, but it's a cassette tape. Okay. So something is taking you way back. Way back. When we walked around with our our headphones and on our cassette tapes Walkmans, right? We spent hours on end uh, recording. It's not like now that it's so easy. recording tapes with our favorite music so we could listen on the go. So something is taking you way back. Um, Maybe a song that you hear on the radio. Um, Today, I was taking my daughter to the mall, and on my way back, I put Spotify, and Spotify took me down the line of down memory lane of the 80s. Oh my gosh, uh, songs that I haven't heard for a long, long, long time. So something like that. Maybe a call from a friend, or somebody says something that you haven't heard a saying from your childhood, from where you were a teenager, or music. Something is going to trigger some past memory that is going to take you back, and maybe remind you of a time that you were not so complicated, a time that you expected not to have to change who you were to be respected, right? And then we have the Mickey Mouse key. And the Mickey Mouse key is interesting to me because I think that it tells us that there's a door to open, but we need to find that door with joy, right? With joy. Um, and we have a little bottle here. This is one of my new miniatures. It says shine. We need to shine. We cannot forget, and we have said this many times, we cannot forget who we are. Not only not forget, shine, show off, shine. Because who you are is absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And the avocado is also a source of comfort. You know, an avocado is very creamy, it's very healthy, but it's very creamy, brings that to your meal. So it's all about comfort, it's all about family. Because when we sit down at the dinner table, we like to have our family, our friends, and we have conversation, and we have good times around the dinner table. So it's all about comfort, it's all about family, it's all about friends, it's all about communication, good communication. And it has that little red, like the seed, but it's red in the middle. So it's all about the heart, and it's all about being open and passionate. And you can feel passion with your friends and with your family members. Of course, passion is not necessarily about sex. Passion is about when you feel strongly about anything, about your job, about your projects, about your home, about your children. So we can also feel that passion when we're around family members and friends around the dinner table. I think this is something a little bit that's divinatory, that you're going to find yourself in in places like this, in positions like this, listening to something that triggers a very strong memory, and being together with people that you love, and then you're gonna remember how it felt to be that person, that it was not so complicated, it was just, this is me and this is wonderful, and I should expect respect, I should expect that, there should not be questions about that, I shouldn't have to do anything to get it, it should be expected. um, this is truly magnificent for the feminine this month, and I think, astrologically, what's happening right now in this beautiful time of the Lionsgate, this time right now in the month of August, we're gonna keep that energy until mid 2024. So enjoy it, stretch it, harness the energy, do whatever you need to do, um, manifest your dreams, take little steps. If you don't have a plan, if you want to manifest something, a business, a new job, whatever it is that you want to manifest, start taking little steps towards that, because that's gonna harness that energy of the 2023, and especially of this time now, this lion gate that we're sitting into right now. You don't have to have a clear path. Nobody knows. Even the person that thinks that they have a plan, um, sketched out completely, you cannot account for the things that are going to happen that you don't know. You just can't. So just take one step at a time. Just don't stop moving. And, um, in a year from now, you're going to look back and go like, wow, look at how much I've traveled. And this is wonderful. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Just start moving. All right. If you have resonated with this reading, please hit me a like, subscribe if you haven't, and if you like a reading for yourself, uh, the link for my website is in the comments, and of course in my bio. And with that, I'll see you next time. See you guys.